Now, our special guest is part of the hugely popular BBC drama series Call the Midwife. Millions of you enjoyed the Christmas Day special, and there's a brand new series on the way. So here to tell us about it is the brilliant Laura Main. Great to have on the show, Laura.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How did those dishes sound for you? Because you're a pescatarian as well.
I am, yes. I'm a little bit nervous about sort of shellfish. So when I heard king prawn, I got a little bit. I might pick around that. But a fillet of fish is usually what I go for.
Nervous?
But,
you want to see this machine, this noodle machine? That's making me nervous, to be honest. But a bit of a keen foodie, are you on or not? Do you get time to... Because, I mean, Call the Midwife must take an awful lot of time in filming.
It's 6 months of filming, because we now do 9 episodes with the Christmas special as well. And we know we're doing that again, because we already know... Although we've got Series 4 just coming out, we know we're doing Series 5. So it's a big chunk of the year.
Yeah.
I enjoy eating more than I enjoy cooking. So, but I'm keen to learn, and I'm
you're
going
in
to
the right show, though.
Yeah,
there you go.
Absolutely.
Now, of course, at the end of today's programme, either cook food heaven or food hell for Laura. It's up to our studio guests and some of our viewers at home to decide what you'll be eating. So, food heaven, what would it be?
I've said salmon.
Salmon,
yes.
OK. In all forms, salmon. What about the dreaded food hell, then?
Banana.
Right.
Yes. Can't do banana.
It's been a food hell quite a few times. There you go, on the show before. So it's either salmon or bananas for food heaven. I'm going to use salmon to make a classic Scandinavian recipe. Gravlax. The fish is marinated in overnight in salt, dill and sugar, and it's sliced with some char-grilled pickled cucumber, a few croutons and some homemade mustard mayonnaise, and also some cucumber ketchup to go with it. Or Laura could be facing food hell, of course. Bananas, which are going to serve in a few different ways. First, I'm going to sauté some baby bananas and then basically deep fry them, roll them in a caramel and serve them with a banana tartatan along with a simple banoffee and ginger cheesecake to go with it. So there you go. The boys liked it, particularly Nathan in rehearsal. You have to wait till the end of the show to find out which one she's going to get. Now, if you'd like to ask a question for any of our chefs today, then you can do that by calling this number. That's 033 0123 1410. That's 033 0123 1410. And if you to put your questions to us live a little later on. And if I do get to speak to you, then I'll be asking you whether you want Laura to face food heaven or food hell. Now, you feeling hungry?
I am,
Breakfast?
yes. I had a minimal amount, and I've gone for a loose-fitting dress.
Well, you got potatoes and fish for breakfast from this man over here. Starting off the new year, it's Mr. Nathan Outlaw. Great to have on the show, Nathan. Right. Happy New Year. And do you want to carry the broccoli? I've got this one.
You get the hot one.
Yeah. There you go. Right. And you get to dive into this.
Ooh. That's great, isn't it?
You just basically just put it in the middle of the table and everybody just dives in, I'm presuming. But
yeah, that's it. Get stuck in.
Lose this out of the way. There you go. Well, dive in. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Right, OK.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, start one and work your way through it. But... And that's it. It's just literally 5 minutes. We'll cook it.
Yeah. Cook
nice
it through. And it continues to cook as well on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd leave it for about 5 minutes and it comes out and just to rest, but it's beautiful as it is.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
And the butter is just delicious with it.
Yeah, amazing.
Let's warm you up.
Seaweed really works there.
Very good.
Amazing.
Right, Vanessa. I have to say, a great wine to go with this.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It works well with the butter, which is the one thing that...
That's the key to it, really.
Yeah, that's the thing, and you got it just right.
Yeah, and nice bit of saltiness in there with the seaweed. Happy with that?
Delicious, yes.
It is.
Yes.
And what do you reckon the wine's combination?
Perfect.
It's great, isn't it?
really well. Yeah.
That seaweed butter really makes
smell
it.
it, can't you?
But you can use that seaweed butter on all manner of different things. Shellfish and all manner of...
Works really well with lamb, actually.
There you go. Right, coming up, Ken will be showing us how to prepare a New Year's noodle dish with the help of a mighty machine. What is the name of the dish, then?
It's seafood ramen with homemade noodles. I'll show you how the machine works in a minute.
You're going to have to, because the instructions are in a different language to what I can understand. Thanks for that. Now, we have lots of great things growing in the countryside too. Maybe not fish at this time of the year, but one thing that we do have at the moment in woodlands all across the UK is wonderful selection of mushrooms. You don't have to travel to Italy for them as well. We've got them right on our doorstep. We've got little things like girolles, little chanterelles, ceps, that kind of stuff as well. That's if you can find them. So if you're going to go looking for them, take a book with you, reference book, and also somebody that knows what they're doing. Picking the wrong one might not be a good idea. Now, we're going to start 2015 how we left 2014 by making butter. All right, so we've got some double cream on here. This is just whipped cream, all right? So when you take whipped cream over, it transforms into butter, all right? And I'm going to do a garlic butter with that. So we're going to do that with some charred bread and make a simple little mushroom soup to go ready with it. It's going to take it in real time. The butter will happen as well in there as well, and to go with some little bit of charred bread. So a little bit of shallot, some garlic just to help it along its way, really, and just quickly make this soup in there. Now, you've got to sort of trying to explain to Nathan and Ken this morning about Call the Midwife. I was trying to explain what it was all about.
Yes,
I might leave it to you.
Well, we are just away to have our 4th series, and it's got amazing figures. So that's not sort of haven't had to do the description in a while. But if it's passed you by, it's set in the East End of London. We originally it's based on a set of memoirs that Jennifer Worth wrote about her time in Poplar working as a midwife. So yeah, we're now.
Well, this is the 4th series about...
4th series, just about, yeah. We've had the Christmas special, 1959, and then the series will be 1960. We go forward a year with each series.
And you play... You used to play a nun. Now you're not a nun anymore.
That's true, yes, Nathan. If you're going to go back to the beginning, you're getting a big spoiler. But I was Sister Bernadette.
Okay.
That's how I was cast as a nun. All through series 1, that's, you know, what I was. And then...
Till a doctor came along.
So, yes, Dr. Turner. And now I'm playing Mrs. Turner, Sheila. So, quite a journey. Last Christmas series, she got married. So, yeah, huge journey for her.
Now, with a cast like what was in the original one, really, I mean, it's pretty good.
They're amazing, yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence was in it as well. I mean, she's still in it. But with a cast like that, you kind of must have accepted that it's going to be a bit of a hit, but not to the extent of what it is, I suppose.
Yeah, and people like Jenny Agutter, you know, we've done so many things and been in so many hits as well, know the reality, know that not everything kind of connects, and was cautious, although we all felt it was good. You know, it was in there in the writing. When I auditioned, you kind of think, wow, this is going to be good. You're on set, and the production values, the attention to detail. So but then it did better than anybody could have.
That's where all our budget
dreamed.
goes, you see. Look at that. We'll just get a bit of bread and a few bits of mouldy mushrooms. That's all I get on this show. Right, I'm just going to show you this quickly. Look, in here, you've got the butter, because it will eventually go to a butter. Now, if I take it to this stage, it actually starts to separate. Look. If you lift this out, like that, and then you take this, take this, Anyway, you take this.
Shall I come to you?
And you tip this out.
There you go.
Look at that. And we've got butter. And we've got buttermilk, which makes amazing panna cotta. All right, so look, you've got this butter. Done. Right, I've got the soup on here, and I'm going to make this into a little garlic butter. So we're going to take our little bit of croutons and place that on the griddle. And while that's on the griddle, we're then going to make this sort of garlic butter. Now, the garlic butter comes in the form of, you basically take a whole garlic bulb, wrap it in tin foil, and roast it in the oven, like that. And this goes in the oven for about sort of 30 minutes. And then the whole point about this is this bit. Now, you'll see something similar to this on YouTube. It's generally a cyst on somebody's back. Look, when you squeeze that, look at that. Oh. It's probably got 1 million hits, that, you see. Look at that. Look at that. Mm.
This is going to go viral too.
Yeah, it's good. Right, look, you take the garlic, and then we just add that with a bit of chopped parsley. You're going to eat this, by the way. A bit of chopped parsley, and that's going to basically just go on to our lovely sort of charred bread as well to go with it. But it was. I mean, we know you were from television as well, but it's musical theatre, which is your big love, isn't it?
Well, that's what I started doing. You know, growing up in Aberdeen, I would do sort of amateur shows, and then if there was the odd show that would come to town, you know, professional show, The Sound of Music, I was one of the Von Trapps in that. And actually, my first role was a munchkin. I mean, I still could play one, but
right.
that's the first thing I did. So. Yeah, it was definitely through musical theatre, and maybe I thought I'd do more of that. I've ended up doing more television, but I've done singing. I've got to sing on this show as well, actually. So it's been quite a nice kind of mix of the two. It's straight acting, but because I play a nun, you do all the plain song singing, and that led to us releasing a charity single for children in need and singing live on the show. You know, so there's been all sorts of fun things.
There's actually a Call a Midwife album that you sing on.
Yes, because we have there's sort of three sorts of music in the show. You've got the songs from the time. You've got the plain song, the nuns singing, us singing, and then Peter Salom's specially composed music. So it's a lovely blend of the three. And so we've got an album for that, and then we had a Christmas album as well, which was lovely.
Now this is garlic bread.
You need more butter on that, James.
That's it. Don't worry, don't worry. You take the entire lot, just switch this machine on. Just blitz this up a bit. And then this goes in the oven just to melt nicely, to get in all those lovely juices as well. And then the soup, you see, this has just all gone in there. There's no wine in there whatsoever. It's just basically just the blitz up mushrooms to go with it. And then we're just going to finish that off with a bit of seasoning to go with it. So what's next for 2015? We've got, obviously, Series 4 to look forward to. Series 5's in the pipeline.
Coming out, yes, and we do know about Series 5. That was commissioned, whilst we're still making 4. So it was lovely to finish that and know we'll be coming back for more. So we started that in May, and I managed to fit in something last year. I did The Mill, period drama on Channel 4. That's not happening again, so we'll just see what happens. We'll see if I can squeeze anything else in between.
And are you still following this sort of the same sort of storyline from the memoirs, or not? Is that's run out, or are you just...
We did run out. I think most of the stories were put into Series 1, and then Series 2 was a mix of the memoirs and a bit of invention. And Heidi Thomas, who writes the TV series, it's all very thoroughly researched, and there's just a wealth of material, actually, and people are coming forward and telling their stories because they've had their memories jogged through watching the show. So there's lots of new... So there's no repetition in Series 4. There's so many new stories to be told.
Because what are we in now? The 60s, the new series?
Just moving into 1960, yes. It's not going to change overnight. It's not going to suddenly be, the swinging 60s as we sort of think of them. And it is the East End of London, so quite a poor borough. So
is that where you're still filming it? You're still filming it there, or...?
We do a little bit of the outside stuff in East London. Most of it, the outside stuff is in Chatham Docks, Chatham Historic Docks down in Kent. And then we're West London for our studios, for Nanata's house.
OK, well, there's the soup. Just a nice little simple... little mushroom soup.
Looks so good.
Get to dive in that as well.
Ooh, thank you.
And then me and the rest of the guys get to have garlic bread, I suppose.
You can join in, I don't mind.
This is your garlic bread, which wants to sort of soak in all that sort of lovely garlic, that roasted garlic as well.
Ooh, that is lovely.
Let's go with that.
Beautiful.
And then just... Oh, how's your soup, anyway?
It's
all right?
absolutely gorgeous. Thank you.
And then you take this, and you can chop it up into chunks as well, but not forgetting, you've still got all this in here. And that goes over the top.
It's a healthy 2015 start.
It's not called the midwife, it's called the doctor next, I think. You've had this, but bon appetit.
Ooh, thank
Dive into
you.
that. Right, so what are we cooking for Laura at the end of the show? It could be facing food heaven, of course. Salmon, the fish is marinated overnight with dill, sugar and salt, and it's served sliced with cucumber ketchup, some homemade mustard mayonnaise, and some char-grilled cucumber, and finished off with some slices of crispy toast, or she could be facing food hell, of course. Bananas. I'm going to deep fry the baby bananas, roll them into a caramel, and serve it with a banana tarte tatin, and they're served together with a banoffee and ginger cheesecake to go with it. Some of our viewers and the chefs in the studio get to decide Laura's fate today, but you have to wait to the end of the show to see the final result. See, it didn't take long, you see. Straight into the garlic bread, you see. It's time to turn up the heat and pay a visit to the incredible Spicemen, Cyrus Toddy Wallet and Tony Singh. Today, they're spicing up a classic British dessert, bread and butter pudding. In this is just delicious. I mean, it just smells fantastic. Now, you got the fish one.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you for doing that.
You got that one,
problem.
the chicken one as well. But that
really?
egg, I mean, so many great tips in there about the egg.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh.
Bang in the centre, never
Yeah.
you? So you literally just
Yeah,
shake it.
that's it. Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
Tell us what you think.
Oh, yes.
Now, I know you do a dish similar to this, don't you?
Yeah, we do a vegetarian one, but I've learned a lot of things today, so I'll be stealing a few of your little tips.
Brilliant.
That's lovely.
I'll come down to Cornwall and taste that.
Yeah, please do, yeah.
That
It's
chilli oil
good.
certainly makes your nose run a bit.
Yeah.
I've had a little bit.
Perfect.
But what do you reckon?
It's really, really good.
Happy with that? Right, let's go back
nice.
to South Wales to see what I want. But Susie Atkins has chosen to go with Ken's Tasty Noodles. Cheers indeed. This is just delicious. Now, I said less is more, but this is just...
So good. It's a complete meal, it's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Beautiful.
Thank you
What do you
very
reckon to Because there's a lot of flavour going on there.
Yeah, but Riesling goes really well with it.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect, yeah.
Nice little bit of spice in there as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish off this. Thanks, Tom. Right, it's time to find out some of your foodie questions. Each caller is also going to help us decide what Laura will be eating at the end of the show. First on the line, we've got Fran from Oldham. Are you there, Fran?
Yep.
Hi there, what's your question for us?
I've got some crab claws that I want to know how to cook.
Crab claws. Are they fresh or are they frozen crab claws?
They're frozen.
Frozen crab claws. What are you going to do with them, Nathan?
I think if they're frozen, I'd defrost them, obviously the first thing to do. I'd try and find like an Asian recipe, like a Singapore crab or a black pepper crab, because I think that's really, really good with them. But if all else fails, very simple, just boil them and serve them with some lovely mayonnaise. It'd be good.
Because we've done Singapore chilli crab on the show before as well, which you can do in it. Just
lovely.
steam them and then,
Yeah, just steam them and make the sauce, and it's a very simple dish. Rick Stein's got a good recipe.
There you go. So, what dish would you like to see, heaven or hell?
Hell.
Hell, that was straight away.
Wow.
I'm Paul from Stoke-on-Trent. Are you there, Paul?
Morning, James.
Hi there, morning to you. What's your question for us?
What's the best recipe for Japanese beef curry?
Japanese beef curry. Go on.
So, when curry went into Japan, it kind of came in from the UK, apparently, back in the day. So they think it's a Western food. So just make a beef stew.
Yeah.
And then go to any Oriental supermarket. They'll have a Japanese curry paste.
Right.
And then add that at the end, and you have a Japanese curry.
So normally with curry paste you add it at the beginning. This one you add
just
at the end.
end. Yeah.
Okay.
So runny, stew, and then paste.
There you go. What dish would you like to see? Heaven or hell?
Heaven.
Heaven.
Thank
There
you.
you go. And Michael, are you there, Michael?
I am.
Hello, Michael from East Sussex. There you go. I wonder who it was then. What dish would you like? What would you like to ask us?
I poached a whole salmon for New Year's Day, and I've got nearly a pound in weight left over. So I'm just wondering what to do with sort of like a terrine or a mousse or something.
Poached salmon. What do you do with the leftovers?
I'll do something a bit simpler than that. I'd flake off the salmon, because it's already cooked, and I'd mix it with some cream cheese, some horseradish sauce, bit of lemon, and make like a pâté. You also need some yoghurt in there as well, bit of seasoning, and then just spread it onto toast. It's beautiful. It's one of my daughter's favourite things to eat, but she has it with smoked mackerel.
That's what it
There
is. What dish would you like to see? Heaven or hell?
Oh, heaven, please.
Heaven. Right, it's time for the Omelette Challenge. Wonderful stuff there, and the romance will continue on next week's show. Right, it's time to find out whether Laura will be facing food heaven or food hell. Food heaven would be this piece of salmon turned into Scandinavian dish gravlax with salt and sugar and cured to go with a little bit of mustard mayonnaise, some charred bread as well, some cucumber pickle. Food hell would be the pile of bananas over there, 3 different styles: tartan, cheesecake, and deep fried. That's what we're going to do. Which I know that this guy wanted. So that drew our callers level. There were 2 apiece, so it was Ken had the final decision which one it would be. He likes salmon, so that's what he's chosen. So
Thank
there you go.
you.
Ken saved you there.
Oh.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this and basically do the mayonnaise first of all. And I'm going to give the curing side of it to Nathan. So basically with a pickle, we'll get this on as well. So the pickle comes in the form of a little bit of white wine vinegar, or rice wine vinegar. That's going to go in there with some sugar in there. And some salt. OK, that's going to go in there. So all we do is we just warm that up till it's dissolved, really. And that's basically the pickle done for our cucumber.
OK.
Next, we're going to turn our attention to mayonnaise. And meanwhile, we'll follow Nathan over there. Ken's going to make some nice little croutons. But with the little bit of the curing is equal quantities salt and sugar. Now, I don't know which type of salt you use, Nathan, whether you use a bit of sea salt, whatever you
I tend to use sea salt, I think it's all rock salt, because it's a bit cheaper. But the sugars and the herbs and stuff, you can do anything, can't you? You do different things. And James's recipe's got dill in it, so...
Right.
You don't have to put dill in it, you can do it at the end, really, but a little bit of that. And basically, you put it over the top of the tray, where you can explain what's happening.
Yeah, so you just put some salt and then just cover the salmon completely in salt. And that salt will cure the fish, and then leave it and it's basically cooking it, and your lovely firmness, and then you can eat it as is. So we'll leave that for 24 hours. You do yours?
24 hours, and we got one in the fridge, really, so... And that's it. It used to be, I believe, fermented, that's what it used to be, on the just off the seafront. They used to ferment it. Nowadays, curing it is much simpler. So basically with the mayonnaise, I'm just going to use some of this rapeseed oil, just slowly add it into the egg yolks with a little bit of mustard. And you slowly add this rapeseed oil. Traditionally, mayonnaise would be made with veg oil, so it would be white.
OK.
But if you use the rapeseed oil, you end up with this wonderful colour. You wouldn't use olive oil because it's too strong. But mix this together, and you end up with... I'm just going to add some mustard to this, a little bit of vinegar, and you'd end up with a nice little sort of mayonnaise to go with it. Ken's nice and quiet over there, chopping the dill.
chopping
We can
away.
make these little croutons, so I'll turn up that grill as well.
Are you allergic to mayonnaise? Did I hear
I
you
am
once
allergic
say?
to
Yes.
mayonnaise.
So what's
I'm
the ingredient that's
I'm allergic to
different?
horseradish as well, but these chefs don't listen to me, and they just bring it on the shows just to wind me up. But yeah, there's apparently a lot of people that are allergic to mayonnaise and kiwi fruit. There's an acid in kiwi fruit that's used to stabilise mayonnaise. That's what I was told.
Okay.
I haven't tried it since I had those patches on your back, and then I collapsed. So I feel like I don't really need to try it anymore.
Make your own.
No, they
wanna do that.
just says, oh, you might be cured of it now. It'll be all right.
It's
All right.
not
No,
worth
you're all right.
it.
It's fine, thanks. But making it yourself is actually really... And you can actually make...
Amazing.
If you make salad cream exactly the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
way, but
Okay.
you're still using raw egg yolks, you can use hard-boiled egg yolks. And I find a great tip, if you shake the egg before you boil the egg, the yolk goes in the middle.
Do you shake it violently?
Yeah, you shake it really well, yeah. Right, so we're going to make the cucumber now. So if you can peel me the cucumber for this one.
Yeah.
So we're going to make a cucumber ketchup also, but we're also going to do pickled cucumber. So if we can take the seeds out of that cucumber that you're doing, and we'll pickle it. And then with this one, I'm going to do this really nice ketchup, which is... but ketchup has always got an acidity in there, vinegar, and it's always got sugar in there, whether it's tomato or whatever it is. But generally with tomato ketchup, it's done with malt vinegar, and it's done with brown sugar. So with this one, we're not going to cook it. Now, normally with ketchup you would cook it, but this we're actually just going to put straight into our blender, like that. Get the lid on. Get the lid on. Get the lid on.
Get the lid on.
Put the lid on there. Right, as we get this bread char grilling. So this is blitzed up cucumber. Now you need some sugar, salt,
Right.
and a vinegar. The vinegar really in here, so you throw the vinegar in. Now instantly what you end up with is something that looks like a very runny sort of gazpacho soup, I suppose, more than anything else. Let's get sugar going. Just a little bit of oil wants to thicken that up, I think, just a touch. And then you'll put some, just a touch bit thicker, that's it. A little bit thicker. A little bit thicker. That's all right. And then put some of this mustard in.
And I'll get it on.
You might want a touch of lemon in there.
There's lemon.
That's that one. Lemon's over there. There you go. And you can spread that over the top.
Okay, yep.
That's that one. So you can see this mixture now is actually really liquid. So if I show you that, look.
Oh, yes.
It's really liquid. Now, you turn your attention to something that is in the supermarkets, like this, which is this stuff. It's called xanthium gum. Sorry, that pickle goes in this
Oh, yes.
cucumber, by the way. There you go. And then that goes in there for about 30 seconds, then we'll char grill it. This is xanthium gum, which I believe, I might be wrong, and we'll get letters about it, but it's what holds makeup together.
All right.
It's a
Okay.
natural product, apparently. Don't ask me why, but it's going to go in our ketchup.
Right.
Because this uses as a thickener. So the moment it's very liquid, and the minute you add this, and unlike sort of corn flour, where you have to sort of slake it, the minute you add it and mix it up, it stabilises this and brings it all together. If you look in there, look,
Oh, yes.
you get this sort of ketchup kind of thing.
Brilliant.
But when you taste it, it tastes like a cucumber ketchup. But if you
lovely.
blitz it up for long enough, you end up with it being sort of nice and green, which is what this one is. So the salmon is there. I'm going to leave Nathan to then basically slice this. We've got the cucumber, which is happening.
Almost there.
So we'll grab our plate. How are we doing?
Yeah, it's lovely.
But it is so simple to do.
Yeah, it's
you know?
really simple. It's time, isn't it?
Yeah. You can put it in a straight line over it then, this time. Yeah, just do a nice line of it. And we've got some toasted bread here with some, these are little nigella seeds, which are, or black onion seeds, these are called. Okay. All right? But if you lift these bits of cucumber out, they can go on here, Ken. That's all right. That's all right, just literally just... That's that one. They can go on there. A few more. That's it.
One more?
One more. How many people are eating?
It's a southern portion, chef.
You got
Another one.
a bit more. Keep going. And then we just put some of these little nigella seeds over the top, which I absolutely love. That'll do. That'll do.
Really have?
That'll do. Let you off. And then you've got some of this ketchup, which is... It's a great way to use up the skins of the cucumber as well, because, you know, it goes into this little sort of weird texture, but with the vinegar, and the salt and the sugar makes it taste great. So you've got the little pickled cucumber to go with it, like that. You've got some of this mayonnaise to go with it as well. Bit of mustard mayonnaise sits on the side. Got some of your bread. Top like that. There you have it. Just a little simple little Gravlax. Dive in.
Nice,
and
Thank
get you a.
you. Ooh,
You get to try this as well.
great.
So, put the bread and have a taste with the pickle as well to go with
Thank
it.
you.
Right, to go with this, Susie chosen Bernard Fouquet Vouvray. That wasn't easy when you're dyslexic. 2013 from Majestics. That's £9.99. That one.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And I'm not saying it again if they ask. Right. Tell us what you think. With a little pickle cucumber as well. You can tell it's your first time on the show, Ken. You've got to understand, it's every person for himself on this show. You don't wait. Yeah. Dive in.
It's a lovely combination, that.
Yeah.
Really.
Happy with that?
Wow.
It's just nice and simple, but it's always that half and half salt and sugar to make. Yeah. Nice and simple.
Beautiful. Ooh.
Now, if anybody's just waking up this Saturday morning, call the midwives back on our screens.
It is.
New series 4.
Series 4, and I think it's going to be on a Sunday night in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, and it runs for what? Have you got nine episodes?
We've had the Christmas special, so that is the 9 in total, but 8 in the series. Yeah.
Yeah, and a new series on the horizon as well, Series
And there
5.
is, yeah, Series 5 is commissioned, so we'll start filming that in May for
It's going to keep
next
you
year.
busy. Nathan's
Yeah,
opening
nice.
about another 15 restaurants. Ken's opening about another 26 restaurants, and I've got a load of washing up to do. It's great, isn't it? I think it's some great wine as well to go with this as well. She's chosen some fantastic wine. That's another one. That's all for today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Nathan Outlaw, Ken Yamada, and for bringing in that amazing bit of equipment as well. Cheers. And Laura Main. Cheers to Susie Atkins for the brilliant wine choice today. And remember, all the recipes on our show are from our website, bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. You can also catch up with more Best Bites tomorrow morning at the same time at 10 o'clock over on BBC Two. In the meantime, have a great day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.